Hey everybody, and welcome back to Tubi Tuesday here on Horror Film Lovers. I'm your host, Jonathan Moody. I'm here with
Ana Xaden.
Ana Xaden, my co-hostess with the mostess, and she's here to discuss bad candy.
Welcome back, kids, to the Psychotronic FM Halloween show. This is Chili Billy. It's station 66.6. Ghouls, werewolves, vampires, ghosties with the mosties.
You guys ready for tonight?
It's Halloween, or as we like to call it, Hell Hallows Eve. We continue down this dark and dusty road on the night when the space between the living and the dead is at its thinnest.
You're, kind of old to be trick-or-treating.
I want you to call in with your scariest ideas, your deepest fears, your spookiest nightmares, so I can twist the knife into your stories. Can you dig it?
Oh, watch it.
Let me make it up to you. We got the really good candy.
Hey, Bill, we got a caller on the line that wants to know what your biggest fear is.
My biggest fear? The dark.
This is going to be awesome.
Happy Halloween! You gon' die, bitch. Bye!
So happy Halloween, everybody! You
Oh
know?
yeah, happy Halloween.
Yeah, this will be out on Halloween. I'm really excited.
Yeah. Nice. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Halloween is Tuesday.
Right. And so
Goodness.
I think I planned that pretty much. And and
Nice.
I was trying to find a Halloween themed horror film. So
Oh,
and then it just like dawned on me. I was like, "Oh shoot, my friend Scott Hansen made a movie with his wife, Desiree. They made a movie called Bad Candy. I gotta check this out." And I'd never watched it before. It was the first time watch for me, and I think it's the first time watch for you as well.
yep. I had never heard of it.
Never heard of it?
No. But I'm
Well,
I'm glad you picked this one. It was really good.
yeah, it kind of reminded me a little bit of Trick or Treat. Uh,
Yeah,
a,
Trick or Treat, it's in kind of the style of that.
a little bit, but I
A
think it's
little, yeah.
gorier and nastier than and has a little bit more adult themed content than like I feel like Trick or Treat was made for like teens, or whatever, more like PG. Even if it was R, it was more PG-13.
Yeah.
Then this movie is like hard R, kind of
This is
thing,
the
which
adult Trick or Treat.
the adult Trick or Treat.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And I liked it. I had a fun time. You're a big fan of Corey Taylor, I heard.
Yeah. Been listening to his music since I was like a teen.
Really? Like,
Yeah, I used to play Slipknot while screaming with it going home for 9.5 hours.
it was never like a lot of that was never my scene, but
Mhm.
it sort of makes sense because Scott Hansen is a music video director. So I don't know
Ah,
if he did Slipknot or not, but
uh-huh.
he could have. I mean, or he should have, you know.
Yeah.
Um, but he got Corey Taylor as one of the main guys, and so is Zach Galligan from Gremlins.
Yeah.
And Zach Galligan is a great guy. I've met him once, and he's just super nice and very honest and open about his work. He'll tell you if he didn't like something or whatever,
Mhm.
or whatnot. But I bet he would say really nice things about this movie because, I mean, honestly, it looked like they had him for like maybe both of those guys for maybe a day or two, and they could
Mhm.
just get everything done. Because a lot of it's just inside the radio station. So
Yeah.
There will be spoilers in this. I don't think I can talk about this movie without spoilers. So, if you haven't seen the movie, go watch it on Tubi. That's why we do this show. So we can tell you guys, go watch it and then come back and listen to our review. Um,
Yes.
yeah. So the movie basically is a anthology, you know. We've been doing a few of those, haven't we already?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we did one, and I know we got more coming. So there's gonna be
Yeah, I
more.
think the other was old what was it? The
The
old
Beneath the
house
Old Dark House,
beneath, yes.
which I think that was the one before the last one. So we had
Yeah.
yeah. And so so I didn't mean to do that. Just it just happens that like a lot of indie folks, do anthologies, me included. I did a movie called Scary Stories Slumber Party. And so it's just easy to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so
I like anthologies.
I do too. So I guess we'll talk about kind of each story. So the idea is that there's two DJs. Well, a DJ and his like kind of his assistant, who, kind of I guess screens the calls and then sends them to him or whatever. And so Corey Taylor, the DJ, is kind of giving spooky stories, and we kind of see what the spooky stories are. And I'm guessing they're sort of legends around the town. It seemed a lot of them seemed like a lot of legends, or whatnot, or like
Mhm.
urban legends, like tales. And so a few of my favorite, and then you can tell me if you have favorites I didn't mention. So I really dug like what got me really into the movie to begin with, because the beginning seemed um interesting, but really when the one where she's making the little girl's drawing the demons coming out, and they come out, and I love that. Like I've always
Yeah.
loved that kind of like Twilight Zone kind of storyline
Mhm.
there. And I did you feel sorry for those CGI demons at all?
Yeah. I
A
was like,
little bit.
"Oh, don't kick it."
Don't stomp it to death.
I know, but
Jesus.
oh my gosh, they were like murdering the art. It wasn't
I
cool.
I
Like that
know,
was my
but like
favorite scene until I saw that. I was like, "Oh no, 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 no."
yeah. I was like, I'm loving this, and then I'm like, nope, no,
I
not cool.
know. It's like, "Oh, he's so cute. What's he gonna do?" And then
And then
he starts wailing on it.
and then he
Pretty much. I was like, "No."
then he splatters the
Oh my
fairy,
god. Yep.
oh, so
It's like, "Oh, Tinkerbell."
yeah.
It
It
was cool how they did the splatting though with I don't know what they used, but I did that once with glow sticks. Me and a couple of friends were trying to see what we could put on the walls to make it glow. So we took a glow stick and like just popped the top off of it and blew it, like spun it around. That's what it reminded me of, was the
oh.
wall after the glow sticks hit it.
Well, there you go. Maybe that's what they did. I
Yep.
don't know. I'm not.
It was like, I don't know. I think I was more mad about the little creature that was with the claws and stuff than I
Because he
was
looked
the
like a little
fairy.
dog, right, or
I
something,
know.
And he
Yeah.
kind of
I was like,
whimpered like a
no.
dog. Like you felt terrible for it.
Yes. Like
Um,
I was more upset about that death than I was any of them in the whole movie.
I see once again, I think because if you like associate an animal or like a pet,
Yeah.
to it, it'd be like if he kicked the pet and just, did that, you would, I mean, nobody would like that movie if that were like,
Yeah.
if it were a dog. Since it was a CGI demon, I think it was okay, and nobody would complain as much, but they'd still be sad.
Yeah.
But that was good, and then they drew she drew the dead mom and as a demon kind of thing, and came back and just took his soul, or whatever, and I'm like thinking, why didn't she do that to begin with? Just,
She was trying to give him a chance to be okay.
I mean, the beautiful thing though, if you do that, you can just bring the pet back to, the demon pet back to life by drawing it again, I guess.
Yeah.
So, so it won't be the same one, I guess. It'll be a different one, but still. Um, I guess that would come in handy if you're ever like dealing with somebody and you're like, I don't like this person, you know. Um,
Yeah.
so
But wasn't the demon the one at the end that came after the dad? Wasn't that the mom?
the mom, yeah,
Thought so, yeah.
the dead mom,
Yeah.
yeah. So brought her back to life, and she killed her ex-husband, former husband. I mean,
Yeah.
who's a dick? I mean, he's drinking and treating his, locking his, daughter up and shit, like what the
Mm-hmm.
fuck's wrong with him? Um,
Yep.
I'm guessing there are people like that. I don't know. I've never ran into anybody like that, so I can't say, but
Hmm.
that's horrible.
They're in
Um,
Tennessee.
so next, one of the other ones I liked, was the oh God. So the nurse or slash
Oh,
what is it? Uh
necrophiliac.
this girl
Yeah,
behind me.
the
Um
necrophiliac.
yeah, which did you see that coming? No pun intended.
No, I actually thought the drugs were going to kill her.
Oh.
Instead, all that happened. I'm like, what am I watching?
She was getting into it, man. She was
Oh
getting
yeah.
into the dude. She was on top of him. When she starts fucking him, I'm like, Jesus.
I know. I was like, no, don't do
Yeah,
it.
I said the same thing, I think. I was like, I don't think it's not gonna go there, is it? Nope, nope. Yes, it is. Yep, she's gonna do it. All
See,
right.
meeting some morticians, you kind of wonder, okay, what do they do when they're in there? Yeah,
I
because in
don't
New
want
York
like
and
I don't want
California, I somehow kept running across morticians. I'm like, why do I keep meeting morticians everywhere? Is this like an omen?
I don't know, but it
But you
was
hear the stories of what people do that work at those places, and
oof,
it's creepy.
oof. I don't want to know.
No.
But that right there was enough, and I was like, good God, okay. But I loved it. I thought it was really cool. I thought the
Oh
fact that
yeah.
you all of a sudden all of them started coming to life and attacking her. It's all because of the. I mean, I'm guessing it's all because of the drug. I mean, she's just hallucinating,
Yeah.
but
Yep.
like you know. Taking drugs inside a morgue is probably the worst idea. Like hallucinating drugs because you're gonna see the dead people. Like that's just gonna
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
Um, but anyway, yeah.
Especially
So
by yourself. It's like, come on, why'd you do that yourself?
I know, like you don't even have a spotter or somebody to make sure you're
Yeah.
okay. You know,
Yeah. And
that
she was
was
not okay.
she was not. I felt bad, but then again, she did it to herself. Like that
Oh
was
yeah.
that was all her.
Yep.
Um, so then, what I mean, I pretty much like every story. The the ones with the hookers and stuff,
Yeah.
the pimps. That got weird, but I was like, I am digging this like creature thing that's like got
Yeah.
made. It kind of reminded me of like one of the ones we watched earlier, where the person turns into like kind of a were thing. It's maybe not the one we did for TV Tuesday. It might have been one of the other movies I watched. Because I've
Hmm.
watched a lot of these horror films, and some of them
Yeah.
kind of feel a little alike, but uh yeah, well, I mean, so yeah, there's a creature that kind of just gets changed. No, it felt like Craving, where the guy kind of becomes, you know,
Yeah.
kind of does that, and then kind of all of a sudden he becomes this other creature, this monster. And so he's
Yeah.
like more like a gargoyle, I guess.
Kind
Wendigo,
of.
maybe.
That's well, yeah, it did look kind of like a gargoyle.
Yeah, and he comes and flies and just eats
Yeah.
everybody. I mean, them having the pumpkins on their head and shit. That was pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah, that was insane.
It was a lot of
I
fun,
was like, oh my gosh, you just like punch a hole in the pumpkin so you can see.
right? What was your favorite one, or one of your
Mine was
favorite ones?
actually that one.
You like that one the
Watching the
most?
people like running around, and I'm like, and they're rooting for them. You can get to the forest.
Yeah, you're rooting for them, but you don't know who these people are. That's the only problem with these shorts is like they don't have enough time for you to like really understand what's going on. So
Yeah,
like
and to
you
kind of get connected to them.
right, so you don't know these guys could be bad guys. I mean, some of them are
Yeah.
pimps. Some of them are I guess other people. Like there was some lady, or ladies, I don't know, that were just stuck in
Yeah.
there and stuff. So it was pretty crazy. Um,
Yeah. I noticed like one lady, I don't know. I only noticed one lady in there, but there were probably
yeah, that's all
more.
I remember, but I wasn't
Yeah.
sure if there was more because there was a lot of people there, but um the one I didn't like the most was the end one, the last one. It didn't have that feel like all the other ones did, where I guess the
Yeah.
story was supposed to all connect, was supposed to connect it or whatever at the end.
Mhm.
And I just wasn't, I don't know. I don't know why. I wanted to, but it was like that news reporter's there, and then all of a sudden she's kind of stuck inside the thing, and then like the kids, like it felt like there was too much going on that I didn't understand.
Yeah.
I didn't understand. And I could be completely, because I only watched it once, so I could have been completely wrong about this, or whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, it's one that definitely needs to be watched a couple of times, I think, to get the full force effect.
I know. I want to buy this movie sometime soon because it
Nice.
seems like a movie I would own, especially to support Scott. I think
Yeah.
it's great. He used to live in Virginia and then he's moved down to Georgia. And man,
Um,
if you see all the stuff that they have like, because I mean, when you watch this movie, you can see all the cool shit they have. Like, you know, um, I mean, the morgue thing looked like a real morgue place, and
it really did.
um, oh, I also really like seeing this dude Brian Kaiser who played like his name was Charlie, I guess, which is sort of funny, or Charles or Charlie, and he's sort of like he looks kind of Manson-like, and he actually played
Yeah.
in the movie House of Manson. He played Manson, and
Oh, really?
yeah, it's
Yeah,
yeah,
I was actually thinking that. I was like, I know this guy from somewhere.
yeah. You probably saw it. You probably saw that movie. It's on Tubi.
Probably
Um,
so.
So anyway, he was that yeah, he was the guy that's like at that he was like giving drugs out to people or
Yeah.
whatever and stuff um and then I guess he's trying to give it to the hooker, so I think that came
Uh-huh.
back or whatever. Um I love the one where the girl catches the robbers or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was good. And then the guy comes after her and she escapes, gets to the woods and ends up hanging him, or whatever. Um,
Yeah.
that was pretty crazy. So,
Yeah. This
all in
whole
all,
movie was crazy, and it's like each thing had a little crazy part of it. So that was pretty cool.
I mean, the gore was pretty awesome. There was a
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
like blood.
Their
Uh,
special effects was on point.
so if you are not a fan of blood, do not watch this movie. Nope,
Yeah.
because this is this blood all, it's like shining blood, like blood just pouring out and shit.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yep.
So there was a lot of great shit in this movie. I
Yeah.
would highly recommend it. I wasn't. I mean, he's somebody I know. Like I've hung out with him. Like he's not somebody.
Nice.
And so I could be like, oh, I'm biased, but I'm not. I would have. I
Yeah.
probably would have still said really nice things, but I wouldn't be all like this if I really didn't feel like this is actually a really freaking good movie. Had it been from
Yeah.
somebody else, I would have said the same exact thing. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So I really liked it because, it was just fun to me.
Yeah.
Everybody looked like they were enjoying themselves playing the roles that they were playing, and
Mhm.
it looked like a fun set. So kudos to
Definitely.
those guys. I really liked it. So is there anything else you wanted to add about it?
This was a fun movie, and I think everybody should go see it.
Yeah.
I could see it turning into like a cult favorite
Yeah, like I was
if it
surprised
caught
like
on enough.
Trick or Treat got so big because like that started out I think sort of indie. Like it was low budget compared to like
Yeah.
Hollywood low budget, maybe like $1 million.
What's funny Yeah, exactly. What's funny is some company sent the movie for free to one of our tattoo artists, and he's like, I'm not watching this junk. You take it. You like horror movies. I watched it, and the next day I took it back to him. He's like, oh, it was horrible, wasn't it? I was like, no, you need to watch that. I could see me doing that with this one. Walking up to somebody with the DVD and be like, you got to watch this.
So everybody that worked on Bad Candy, you need to go and give the DVD away to tattoo artists, and they'll go and tell
Yeah.
everybody.
Oh man,
It,
you send them to the right one, they're gonna watch it in the shop with a ton of customers.
yeah, this
Yeah.
would be sort of a fun tattoo shop movie
Yeah.
to have on the back,
I mean,
especially during Halloween. You
yeah,
know,
exactly.
this would
Yeah.
be a great one. I think that's my only problem with like seasonal movies is
Hmm.
like, I mean, some people will watch like a Halloween movie, including myself, will watch a Halloween movie during like, July or,
Yeah.
earlier, because I'm just a big horror movie fan. So I want to watch
Yeah.
all of them that I can, you know. But most people, most normal people who watch horror films, occasionally they aren't, they don't watch them 24/7. They will make sure to watch the Halloween ones, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, so my friend's mom, one of my old best friend from like, when I was a little kid, his
Hmm.
mom just sent me a message. Apparently she's been doing this every year. Like she did this last year too. So I guess it's going to be a yearly thing. During Halloween, she likes to know what movies, to watch. And I sent her the list we have. So, you know,
Nice.
I said, because
Hopefully
she
she
was looking
watches
for on
them.
Tubi, I said, some might be bloodier and nastier than others. I can't tell you. But this definitely probably would be a little bit bloodier than a
Yeah.
lot of the other ones. But I mean, I am surprised that this movie, yeah, I'm surprised this movie hasn't gotten the the attention that a lot of other ones have. This should be up there with
Yeah.
those. You know.
It should be.
So there you go. Great job, Scott and Desiree. You guys are awesome. I hope at some point there's a Bad Candy too.
Yeah.
Maybe in the
That would
works
be
someday.
awesome.
Yep, be down to watching that. So
Yep.
thank you guys for checking this out. Join us next week. Well, wait, won't be next week. It'll be in 2 weeks. So in two
Oh
weeks,
yeah.
yeah, we're changing it up, folks. We're not going to be doing this every week because we have a life and we can't really do that all the time. Like it's taken a lot out of us already, so we're trying to do two a week, or yeah, two a month, and so we're gonna be having next month. It starts on, let's see, not the first Tuesday, but the next Tuesday, which is the 14th. So
Nice.
on the 14th, we will be back with a brand new episode, and I believe that's going to be Kill Granny Kill.
Nice.
Yes, so I'm really excited about that. Join us next week for a brand new episode. Until then, everybody, bye.
Bye-bye.